So I was in my grocery store the other day,
and there goes our script.
Oh.
I mean, we're unscripted here. So we're here. We're talking about bottled water.
Okay, well, I come at this from multiple points of view. Number one, economical. It's just absurd. There are, like, no stupider ways to spend your money that I can think of. And somehow it's skyrocketed into, like, a $60 billion industry every year.
Right.
Like, when did that happen? And like, it's not like something they have to do work for. Like, if you're gonna make, like, a beverage, like, you have to
water is the easiest thing you can make.
You have to produce it or something. But it's like, no, let's just sell tap water, which is what they do.
I think what is it? America consumes like 8.6 billion something.
40% of bottled water is taken directly out of tap water. Municipal water sources, which means tap water. And it's basically like a big water bottling factory, and they just have a bunch of faucets. They turn them on to full blast, and they fill up water bottles. They run them through a proprietary like water filter, which basically you could go to the store, buy yourself a $10 water filter. You could even slap it right under your faucet, and it filters it as you're filling it up. As far as bottled water goes, it can be as much as 10,000 times more expensive than tap water.
10,000 times?
Yes. I mean, 10,000. Right. That would be like if you were buying a single 20-ounce bottle for $2.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how they got the statistic, but the thing is, yeah, if you go to, they'll have an entire like wall of water.
Yeah. Like a whole refrigerated area.
There'll be several like bottles, like it's a 20-ounce bottle, and you're supposed to pay like $4.25 for it or something, because I guess it looks like a flask of whiskey or something, and like it has the name of a person.
Really super fancy, like thick plastic, like glass ones. Living like Springs, like amazing water that tastes awesome.
Yeah, like there's like the round one.
And like you like unscrew it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like how is that water any different than the water I'm getting out of my house?
Those bottled waters are probably just subsidiaries of like, you know, anyway. So anyway, astronomical cost. Like if you go to a grocery store, I think the going rate's about $1 a gallon.
Yeah.
Which that's still 1,000 times more expensive than tap water. Tap water is a fraction of a penny per gallon.
And you can put it in a cup that you can just rinse out and reuse.
And I pretty much can't think of anything cheaper, like about 55 cents a gallon. That's about the cheapest you're gonna find it. And even that's like 500 times more expensive than just buying tap water. And
a lot of people do not buy that 55 cents a gallon water. Yeah, they buy like the expensive stuff. Yeah. Like,
well, yeah, like, oh, I'm gonna buy myself a 20-pack of like 20-ounce bottles of water, and I want the good quality plastic so that, you know, I'm getting a good quality product, and I'll just grab a bottle before I go to work in the morning, which is like the height of laziness. I would need like 15 bottles an hour. Buy
a 30-ounce like canteen for like $4 and fill it up for
100,000 times
for almost free at your house.
80% of bottles are never recycled. There's not a single place on the earth where you can't find garbage now. Like even when you're out in the ocean, there's just like crap, like discs, and like, you know, dolls. Just like, it's like out in the middle of the ocean, near where Island was. Yeah, well, yeah, they have radar and they can track like these things the size of like Rhode Island. It's just like basically like the contents of like garbage barges. Oh, this bottled water, it's disgusting. Recycling is a concept that we take it. It's like, okay, I have a bottle, and like I'm going to recycle it. We're going to turn it into a new bottle,
and we're going to reuse it,
and then we're going to sell it again. That is recycling. We do not recycle, we downcycle.
Right.
Downcycling is where you take a product, you process it, a bunch of it gets thrown away, a small percentage of it goes back into the cycle to create like toilet paper. And then like you can't recycle toilet paper, so it just then is thrown away. What I'm trying to point out here is that like there's a myth of recycling, that it's like we can like continue.
It's like this full circle like awesome process.
Yeah, well that's the picture they show us. Yeah. It's like recycle, reduce, reuse.
It's like a 3-step process.
It's like they're made into like confetti to be thrown in New York City. It's like, oh, it's New Year's, boo! It's like homeless people like choke to death. They're like, what the heck is going on here?
And then he like gags on something.
It's not healthier than tap water.
Right.
Back when the industry for bottled water started, like they were like, okay, we'll make bottled water. At first people were like, that's ridiculous. Why would I buy bottled water?
I have no idea.
I could just get water out of my tap or out of my well. They were like, oh, it's totally unhealthy to drink tap water. Look at our ecosystems are degrading. There's like now mercury in the water. Like it's just very dangerous. And then people were like, oh, well, we should buy bottled water. It's better for us. It's better for our environment. Like they created this system. Tap water is actually very healthy. It's very well maintained, very well like tested. Like they test for things like E. coli, for mercury, lead. Like they have standards. People bottle water and they sell it to the public, and like 70% of it's not regulated. The only time you have to regulate it is if you're exporting or importing it. And like literally, it's just like an open door. You could literally just like, you know,
start doing it in your house.
Squeeze the sweat out of your armpit and sell it. And it, like there's no problem with that. And as long as you can come up with a way to like, you know, make it not have an odor and look clear.
It's not like green.
Or you don't
fine.
You don't even need to make it clear. You could just sell it as energy water. Like
here at the Fcast, we film me when Steve needs to look at the script because we're unscripted and we don't want to show that on camera.
We generate 1.5 million tons of plastic a year. The amount of oil that we use to produce that plastic, you want to guess how much oil it takes to produce 1.5 million tons?
A lot of oil. 200,000 gallons.
47 million gallons of oil.
47 million gallons. Maybe that's why the gas prices are so high.
Tap water is a penny a gallon. It's actually less than a penny a gallon.
What? There's 16 ounces. 16 ounces in a gallon.
A gallon, like even as low as like.
What is that?
0.0015 cent.
$0.0015 per gallon.
Gasoline costs about 2 cents an ounce. Like bottled water is like 5 cents an ounce. If you want to talk about how ridiculous like gasoline is, like you need to realize that bottled water is way more ridiculous. Gasoline has legitimate costs involved. Pretty much, like you need to dig down like 10 miles. These like rigs in the ocean that have like tentacles that go out like miles. Yeah, they have to have people that are willing to live out in the middle of the ocean for like years. It has to be refined, and then it has to be shipped. They have to actually use oil.
On like a barge, like 1,000 miles.
Yeah, halfway around the world.
Yep.
And then they have to like put it into a gas tank in a gas station, and then like have to pay people to sit there and wait for you, and that is 2 cents an ounce.
And you don't even get a souvenir.
22% of tested bottled water actually contains things in it that would red flag, and they would like not even allow it to be used as tap water. Things like E. coli and mercury. Like when they do, they like crack it open and they're like, I mean, like you would buy this at the store and you'd be like, oh, it's so good. Like it tastes like it's been refrigerated. And you're just like if it was tap water, like they would be like, yeah, we're gonna have to shut down this city's water supply. It's not even safe.
This is not good. Let's throw it in some bottles and ship it to someone.
The only way you can actually sell this to the public is if you bottle it first and then raise the price 100 times.
Yeah. What are my final thoughts? I mean, we're not trying to be, you know, super green with everyone. We're just trying to like, you know, just let people know what the heck they're drinking. They basically like give themselves like 64, like 243.
Good. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, and make me holistic foods, water-based foods.
Oh, would you
look at that? Would you look at
this idiot?